So the SSSVEDA topic for the day is what is your guilty pleasure? So generally that refers to movie, music, TV show that you enjoy watching but isn't exactly mainstream, and generally people might think it's kind of lowbrow or dislike the quality of the content or something like that. So in my case it would be the TV show Cops. I haven't really watched it in a while, but I really do enjoy watching the show. I kind of enjoy it from the standpoint of trying to see what kind of tricks law enforcement uses. I mean, if they're arresting someone or stopping someone, the people have the right to remain silent, and it takes a lot of skill and practice to convince people to tell the truth, especially when the truth might be incriminating. So I kind of like watching that kind of mental cat and mouse game embedded within the show. I'm sure a lot of people just watch it for the car chases and stuff like that, which those can be exciting too, but I think it's a little more exciting to try and catch on to some of the mind games that are being played there. Also, I really enjoy it when you get to an episode where, for one reason or the other, they get to someone who, you know, they know their rights, and so when the police officer asks them, you know, to give them a whole bunch of information, they just say, well, you know, I'd rather not make a statement, or I'd rather not say anything, or, you know, I'd like to talk to my lawyer if this is going to end up, you know, proceeding any further, officer. And so I really enjoy, you know, kind of, those guys are kind of my heroes, even if if they end up being bad guys. I just think that our legal system works best when people know their rights and exercise them. I think it also ensures that you know, if the police have to build a case, then I think it's going to be a little bit more rigorous than if the case is made for them. So anyway, I really like that. And also in the cases where people consent, there's my clock again, people consent to a search. I don't like it when people consent to a search after the police have asked. As I understand it, in the show, felons may not refuse a search. So it could be that a lot of the people who just, you know, they obviously have a car full of contraband, and the police say, do you mind if I search your car? And they're like, oh, sure, go right ahead. And the trunk's full of, you know, some kind of illegal substance or whatever. Yeah, I think in those cases, you know, those people aren't allowed to refuse, but for the most part, people are. And there's a really interesting website. It's called Flex Your Rights, and it talks a little bit about some of the ways that you can assert your rights without, you know, causing a scene or getting in a fist fight. You know, the appropriate place to resist incursions on your rights is actually the courtroom, not the side of the street. So, you know, I think the advice I've seen, I'm not an attorney, but go ahead and assert your rights at the scene and comply with what the officers you know, are saying, and then if they forcibly violate your rights, then that's a matter for the courtroom, not for the back of the patrol car or trying to run down the street or get in a fist fight with them or something like that. So anyway, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'd also be interested in hearing what some of your you know, guilty pleasures are in keeping with the theme of today's question. But you know, when I first saw the title of this, I was like, you know, guilty pleasures. It's like don't feel guilty about anything I enjoy, regardless of whether or not other people enjoy it. I mean, it's my pleasure, not theirs. So, but anyway, yeah, that's the SSSVEDA vlogging every day in April video for the day, and be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos coming up in your feed. So thanks a lot.